Hello my beautiful angels, and welcome back to my channel. I would like to send out a shout out and a thanks to all the new subscribers, and if you are new and you haven't subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment down below. I'd like to hear your feedback. This reading is going to be for the sign of Cancer for November the 10th through the 16th. Again, just to reiterate, this reading will not resonate with each and every one of you, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate with you at all, then it's not your message. So without further delay, let's get into it and see what we have for the sign of Cancer for the week of November the 10th through the 16th. In your recent past, you've got the Hierophant. In your present position, you've got the Five of Wands. Future position, you have the Strength card, and bottom of the deck, overall energy, you've got the Page of Swords. All right, let's take a look at this. In your recent past, you've got the Hierophant card. This is earth energy, usually a Taurus, but this is, you were in a group, or this is about an allegiance to, or a membership to like a certain club, like a spiritual club, political club, something like that. But mostly this is, like something spiritual, like your upbringing, your spiritual upbringing. And this is, in your past, this has molded how you feel about certain things. It's how you think about certain things. This is also longing for approval in social matters. Karmic situations have been resolved. Small changes, recently something minor could have happened. For a lot of you, I think you might have gone to like a religious ceremony, a wedding, a christening, bar mitzvah, something like that. Could possibly even be a funeral, but you've attended something that had a spiritual meaning behind it. And in your present position, you have the Five of Wands, this fire energy. You've been going through something really stressful in your current situation. You've been having all these fiery emotions all around you, some conflict with maybe family members or something like that. And you seem to be focusing more on the negative, and you're focusing on the worst possible outcome. You're focused on negative things. This is also, again, a spiritual conflict. It's clouding your judgment. I think that because you got the Page of Swords in your overall energy, you got the Hierophant, and then you've got conflict. I think that a good portion of you, let's just say you were raised in a Jewish home. And maybe you're thinking of, because you've got all these new ideas with this Page of Swords here, you're thinking of like converting to Catholicism, something like that. And no one's understanding it, and there's a lot of conflict about it. And these, the way that you were brought up is clouding your judgment or your new ideas. Like it's clouding your thinking process, because you've been brought up to think a certain way, and it's creating conflict amongst the family because you have you want to follow a new path, or you have new ideas, and there's like a lot of conflict and friction there, and you probably had some heated arguments about it. That's what I'm getting with this card right here. Some of you, I see you getting hurt, because if you look at the card, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. This is fiery energy. A lot of times when you're playing sports, you get real passionate about it and real competitive. I think for some of you, you could have had an injury with, playing sports or something like that. That's what I'm seeing with this card also. In your immediate future, you have the Strength card. This is Leo energy, usually. It's fire energy. But this is a favorable outcome. This is in your future position. So whatever it is that you're going through right now, you have the strength to overcome it. You're taking control of the situation, the present situation that you got going on, and you're going to have courage. And it's about mental growth, because you're with this Page of Swords being in your overall energy, you have all these fresh ideas. You know, the Page is kind of naive, and he's kind of, it's a young energy. You don't necessarily have to be young, but this is a young, kind of like a, you know, you're still naive when it comes to a lot of things in the world. That's what I'm getting with this. And pages are usually messengers, like something small, nothing major, like a major message, but it's news of new problems, because this is a Page of Swords. So there's some new problems, some new conflicts, but it's also about enthusiasm for something. You have all these ideas, and you feel like you're alone in this decision, and you feel like your integrity is on the line. But this is taking the righteous path. This is, doing the right thing. And because you worry about what other people are going to think. You're worried about how other people are going to feel about your decision on something. Yeah. I think maybe you want to go a different route than what your parents, or, you have a certain upbringing, and they wanted you to take that path, but you've got your own path. You got to figure it out for yourself, because again, this is a lot of naive energy, and you feel like no one's listening to you. No one is trying to hear. You're trying to tell them, because a page is about telling something. You're trying to tell someone, family member, parent, someone, you're trying to tell them, hey, but, this is my idea. This is the path I want to take. And there's some conflict. It's like your integrity is on the line and no one's listening to you. But you have all this enthusiasm and energy that you want to put into something, but all in all, I think, because you got a 5 here, you got the 5, the Hierophant, it's a 5. You've got the 5 of Wands, which is also a 5. I think this is, if you add 5 and 5, that's a completion. It's an end of something. So these two, they're ending. You're making your own path, and this cycle is ending. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to give up all your morals and things that you were brought up to believe. It doesn't mean you have to do away with them, but all that is kind of ending, and you've got your own ideas. You've got your own new, fresh set of ideas that that you're worried about what other people are going to think, because it's not the path that they wanted for you. And you're figuring it out, You're making your own path. But you're going to have the strength. All this is ending. The conflict will end, because this is kind of minor. It's just a little... Granted, it's heated, but it's not going to, you're not going to be shunned away, and people are going to actually start listening to you a little bit more. They're not going to disown you, that sort of thing. Your friends aren't going to say, oh my gosh, she's went off the deep end, we're not listening to her anymore. It's not going to be like that. It's going to end, and you're going to have the strength to make people see a new way of looking at things, because this genie looking fella here, he's looking down into this, almost looks like an alligator or something. He's got his mouth open, he's looking into it, which represents strength, obviously, but it's you. You're going to have the strength to make people see things your way. That's what I got for you. And that's what I have for you, Cancer, for the week of November the 10th through the 16th. Thank you so much for all the subscribes, and welcome again to all the newcomers. And thank you so much.